Welcome to another episode of the High As Fawx show. I am AJ, and this is Alexis Fawx.
Well, hello.
So, since the last episode, I guess I talked too much. Is that what you said? I'm going to...
No, I learned so much about you there, Joe.
Yeah. And even though we've known each other for 4 years, you just discovered who I am.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah. So we are going to talk more about what is High As Fawx. Because last episode, we talked about our intro, explain how we met, and then our backgrounds. And so since this is technically your show because it's your name, actually explain how you got the name High As Fawx or Alexis Fawx and then High As Fawx.
Okay. Well, Alexis Fawx, and a lot of people ask this in different interviews and things like that nature, but basically I was a main on my very first shoot, and I had to come up with a name, to be called by. Besides my real name. And so I called one of my friends that was in marketing at that particular time. And I said, oh my God, I'm here. And he's very familiar with what I was doing and stuff like that and where I was. And he said, here, use this name. And Alexis Fawx is how that came about. Just a little play on words. And
How'd
just
you come up with the spelling?
He just said it would just be a cool spelling and give it a try.
How many times?
Had an X in it where I didn't have to be I didn't want to have to put triple X on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And just that simple X is cool, and I like how it looks.
Okay. So
visually it's fun.
Cool. So how did High As Fawx happen? I know it started out with the show, but explain how you decided to go with that way.
Well, High As Fawx. Okay, so it kind of actually stems more, I guess, to the coffee too. Well, High As Fawx is kind of like, a lot of people say high as fuck.
Yeah.
Or as fuck is used a lot.
High
It's like a term of a measurement now. Like,
right.
Hey, dude, I'm high as fuck, or dope as fuck, or whatever. You get it. So just kind of, again, a play on words. Even though a lot of people say fox versus fucks, it doesn't, whatever. It's just another play on words.
I remember that's how we met, because I said Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you that's what.
Yeah,
that's what
finally somebody got it. Which happens.
Yeah.
People actually look at the spelling and then the pronunciation of it, and stuff, which is really cool because then it's like, all right, awesome. But I'm not gonna correct somebody either.
So it could be either Fox or Fox.
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah.
And after 10 years, by going by it's whatever. I go by Alexis most of the time anyway. So yeah, that came and that, and then that's also with the coffee. It's just, high AF coffee. It's also a play on words of high altitude for coffee. It's not going to get you high. It's going to actually wake you up, but it's just a play on words and having Alexis Fawx in it without being, so noticeable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then you decided to do a comedy variety show.
Yeah.
Under the same name.
Yeah. So, well, I had come up with a name for that show.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the show came about because my friend Richie Leese, hey, Richie, I saw him years ago, and he did he has
what is he? What's his profession?
He's a comedian.
Yes. Okay.
And I love to laugh, as everybody knows. And I went actually to see him with another comedian friend of mine, which is also my personal trainer, Chris Kane. And we're watching him and stuff like that. And he mentioned the Bang Bus driver and being female. Well, I was the only female Bang Bus driver there was that actually had a role along with Preston Parker, this for a short while. And I walked up to him after the show and I was like, hey, that was me that you're actually talking about. And he was like, no way. I'm like, yeah, no, really, it was.
Do you remember?
And we became friends.
Do you remember what was a joke? Or what did he say?
Well, I don't want to recite it because I'm going to get it all wrong. But it was a joke about the driver and how watching porn and stuff like that. So we'll have him on the show, and I'll have him say it. Yeah, because I don't want to fuck it up. And he's such a great person and stuff like that. So
he's pretty talented.
I can't
talented.
mimic. Yeah, and it was I want to say it was not even right. It wasn't. It was years. I want to say it was years later. He contacted me kind of out of the blue, once when we touched base. In fact, I need to actually send him a text. hey, I got this idea. It's going to be with El Cid. Have you ever thought about hosting and producing your own comedy show? And blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I've never thought about it, but I'll do it. Let's just, because I say yes to pretty much like any opportunity and I'll figure out the rest.
Yeah, you say yes and then Joe figure it out. That's what it was.
Yeah, especially when it comes to electronics. But like, no, what an exciting opportunity. And why would I want to turn that down? So rather than thinking about it, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. And then like, just witty and just thinking like, oh, we can play on words, be high as fuck. And me loving cannabis the way I do. And I want to advocate it for as much as possible. And bringing those two things together, comedy and cannabis was just like, that just goes, hand in glove. It just fits together perfectly. And then you add a little music in there, and that's where the variety show, and then you have different things to break up the different comedian acts. And yeah, so I was like, yeah, we can call it High As Fawx, and we'll smoke beforehand and smoke after. And this was like when everything was also very legal. It's still legal in Cali, and medical and recreational. And it's also here in Nevada, but they need to create some lounges where you can actually... Right. Which is so silly because I don't understand. It's like it's just like they're giving up money.
I don't know the full story, but I think they approved it, but it's just having to have the right licensing to do it. And the state of Nevada, because alcohol and gambling is such prominent, they want to make sure that cannabis and gambling and alcohol can actually, commingle, but sometimes the alcohol community is like, no, we don't want, or the gambling community is like, no, let's not do that. And so,
well, I think it also has to deal with federal.
Yeah, that too.
It's not federal.
Oh yeah, that too. That's obvious, but I mean,
who knows? But anyway, they could take it off the strip and make it a coffee shop. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, that's, because of Richard Leese and giving me that opportunity and him and I like really working together, and him, I love comedy. And also we live true life, like my real life on a daily basis is pretty fucking hilarious. Yeah, like, if I'm having a bad moment, I should just really sit myself down and remind myself what my life is like, because
for sure. So, okay. So,
I mean, you keep showing up. I must be.
I don't know why. I think I like the abuse for some reason.
I think you do.
Who knows? So we did the first show, I believe, in June. I think
it
June.
Was May or June?
No, it was June, because it was the day before. It was like it's like 2 days before your birthday.
Oh, okay.
And so I think it was June 19th.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was June 19th, and then it was 2018, maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then that was our first show. We had trying to remember who we had. We had Richie, we had Chris,
Snap. He was our musical guest.
And then we should have him on the show too.
Yeah.
And quite a bit. And then we had a couple other ones, and then we had some really Rachel Wolfson.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I was so honored that she did the show.
Yeah, didn't you had a crush on her or something?
No, it wasn't a crush.
You were stalking her. You were stalking her.
No, I mean, no, it's really something else to be able to and to reach out to. Now I just reach out to any and every comic and poet and everybody that I really like, because I realize that you can just do that, and either people are going to write you back or and be nice, or they're just going to ignore you or whatever. But I mean, not in a creepy way, don't get me wrong, but probably sounded a little creepy. But no, it was, I reached out. I'm having the show. I'm a fan of her. She fits along right into the show's, what the show's about, matching up cannabis and comedy and really bringing people together. And I always the thing about, and it's not that I don't have anything against drinking or anything like that. I just personally don't drink. And for me, cannabis just opens me up, and I put down my phone. I forget that it's there, and I can communicate, and I'm laughing with people, and we're telling stories. And that to me is some of my best times.
Mm-hmm.
And so be able to do that and the show is just and laugh with your favorite comedians and people that you admire, and you're smoking a joint with them or taking a dab or whatever the case may be, or cheering a beer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's I think it just provided such a great environment, and I can't wait till like things can.
Yeah,
we can
we're
meet up
looking.
and-
Yeah, because like we were, because of scheduling conflicts and you working, and it was just after what we did.
Yeah, I just got crazy busy.
3 or 4 shows. It was just kind of gonna get busy and trying to find the right dates to happen. So, but I mean, we're still working on doing more of a variety shows, and so, but to complement that, we decided to do a podcast with the same name.
Absolutely, and to bring those comedians and those performers that were on the show on, and people that we'd like to have on the show in the future, and really bring them, just talk about who they are and where they are in life, and just talk about everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. Oh yeah,
Beautiful.
Sylvia Sage was also on the show. She's a performer. And
Yeah,
also,
dude, she's fucking hilarious.
Mhm.
Like, and I had no idea that she was a comedian until I went to an awards. I took Rachel to
the Pornhub Awards, was it?
the Pornhub Awards, and they knew each other, and I was like, oh wow, whoa, hey, you're a comedian. And then I had her on the show, and I'm like, holy fuck, she is funny. And she's like, now, like, it's funny how like. Because I met her through the show, her and I have, I think, a really like one of my favorite friendships. Like she's fucking cool to hang out with. She's given me a place to stay when I come to LA, and I do the vice versa for her now. And it's like nice to be able to do that for her,
Yeah.
considering how many times I was like, oh please. And she's just a kind-hearted person, and she's really fucking funny. So definitely go, if you can go check out Sylvia Sage, definitely go check her out.
Mhm. And then the one I communicated with was Josh Potter.
Oh
and
yeah.
he produces another podcast called Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and Christina Pazinski.
Yeah.
And so I was communicating with him. He's like, hey, would you like to come out to the show one day, or the upcoming show? And he's like, yeah, I'm down. And he's like literally probably a few blocks away because he lives close to El Cid. And so he showed up. And then, he was happy to smoke some weed.
Yeah.
And he was a little, I noticed that he was kind of awkward and stuff like that, but he knew, I think, Sarah
He
was.
knew, yeah, he knew everybody.
He knew
too.
everyone. So, like, what's Sarah, I can't pronounce her last name. What, do you remember her last name? Sarah, who's good friends with Rachel.
Oh.
So
I'm seeing her face in my head right
like
now.
is it Winchek or what?
Yes.
Is that how I pronounce her name? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yes.
Okay. We'll post it up later. But yeah, we had such a great time doing it. And
Yeah, he's great. I love him too. We went and saw him here in Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's great. Like, and that's another thing too, is like I'm developing friendships with these wonderful people that are absolutely hilarious and great to have in our lives.
What do you want to talk about? Okay, so we saw Josh. He opened for Tom Segura in Vegas. And then right before the quarantine, you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, talk about it. You remember, but no, like how.
I didn't know what else to say. I mean, it was a great fucking show. I was high as fuck, and
Right.
got to smoke a joint with him beforehand, or a couple, or whatever it was, and I was fucking blasted and laughed my fucking ass off. My God, I tried to hold my peace so long. It was like ridiculous. I didn't want to get up because it was.
But it's
so
also
funny.
past your bedtime too. You were like, okay, it's going a little long. Let's go sleep.
Yeah, well, I was high.
But then, obviously, you were shooting in LA. You were shooting a feature, and then I got a text message from Josh. Hey, is Alexis available to do our show? I'm like, let me ask. Like, can she do a Friday? It's like, probably not because she's shooting a feature. And then so you said you were gonna fly back the day after, I think Friday, but then you decided and said, no, I'll move it for Saturday if they're willing to have you. So you shot it on a Saturday with them as a doctor.
Oh yeah, I was Dr. Fawx on your mom's house podcast.
And then it was when you got posted.
Oh, I was very, very porno-ish.
Yeah.
But that's
But
that's what I was supposed to do.
Right.
So
But what happened
I was just being myself.
But what happened was, so they posted the video, the podcast, and we noticed that, dude, it was like 50,000 views, 100,000 views, like it was literally adding up, and then by the time it reached, like, I think 4,000 views or 400,000 views, it had to be taken down.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so I asked Josh, and it's like, hey, what happened, dude? And so what happened was, I think Tom Segura posted saying that some of the health officials said that, well, you're talking about COVID.
Oh, they might get it confused and take it for real.
Right.
Out there. Maybe yeah.
So it had to be taken down.
Yeah.
But I did see someone else reposted that
Oh,
show.
really? That's funny.
So it is out there somewhere. And then I actually post clips on my Instagram. Oh yeah, I forgot. We forgot to mention our social media. So highasfawxshow.com is where you can see upcoming shows and also our podcast. Patreon, I believe, is going to be High As Fawx. That's going to include our video portion, and then maybe special videos and special photos for our. We're right now recording a couple episodes before we actually release them, and then so that way obviously we get comfortable listening to ourselves, even though I'm pretty sure I'm sick of listening to myself. And
I don't think you are, Joe. I don't think you are at all.
Okay, sure. I mean, there's Loki making all the noise.
Loki is a superstar.
This is a very high production value podcast.
By the way, Loki is so my dog.
No. He's absolutely
Loki, come here to Mama, honey.
not. Okay. All right.
Hi.
See, no.
Come here.
You guys missed earlier how much they struggled to get on the couch. Okay, so you mentioned about the coffee line. Let's talk about coffee. How did you come about coffee, and how did you decide to create your own line and so forth?
Well, I have a friend that is my distributor out in Massachusetts, George. And I was out in my hammock on a Sunday morning having a joint and having this delicious coffee that I got from him. And it just flashed with the whole High As Fuck and High AF, and just, remembering those times in Amsterdam where it's just, you have a cup of coffee and a joint and you go on about your day. It's
Do they have
really
it
cool.
infused, like cannabis infused coffee, or is
No, I wasn't thinking that at all.
Okay.
Actually, I was just thinking it'd be really cool to have a coffee and then maybe eventually, tie that along with cannabis of some sort later on or whatever, but not to actually infuse it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not really crazy about infused coffees, and I also I wanted it to be very mainstream and make it available to anybody and anywhere. If they chose to have it. And with all the different regulations and all the different states and stuff like that, it just makes it really kind of difficult. And until I figure all that out, which who knows? I just want the coffee to start and be successful and to some degree. And then I would love to move that to an actual cafe. And then I could actually have my show in the cafe and sell maybe CBD products, or make it available for people to bring their own product in and be able to smoke it while they're in, or have it like an indoor-outdoor space kind of thing.
Didn't you send some to Luna Star's cafe?
Coffee, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did?
She said it was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's just So that's how it came about.
Okay. If you want to get High AF Coffee, you can go to highafcoffee.com. I think you can use the promo code LOVE to get 15% off your purchase.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like, what I'll do is take, like, the proceeds, like, at the end of the month or whatever, and try to donate it or get it donated. And try to help out different things along the way, when I can. But yeah, get the coffee. It's really good.
Yeah.
You'll really, really be happy.
Right. So, okay. So you got the coffee. We did the show. Let's talk. I know you can talk about cannabis forever. So,
I don't know about that.
So obviously, when was your first time? Like, how'd you decided what's good for you, what works, what not, and so on and so forth?
Gosh, very first time I ever smoked weed, man, I think I did it with my uncle, like when I was like way underage. That was my first flavor. And then I mean,
was it kind of like, was it not, it wasn't medical.
I actually did LSD before I actually really got into cannabis.
Okay.
And I did that young.
Really? Okay.
I was a very inquisitive, I wasn't to do it to party, actually. I was a very inquisitive. I didn't feel that, I don't know, ever since I've been just a very young person, I just never thought like our eyeballs and our brains were allowing us to see everything that really is that's out there. Like we're just not using parts of our brain, right? So how do you tap into that? Well, you take psychedelics and you start tapping into your consciousness and your subconsciousness, and you go further and further and further. And so I started reading all these different things. I really dove into just different, not religion, but more spirituality, even very young, and just how they talk about these different plant medicines and stuff like that. But I didn't know, to look for mushrooms and stuff, but I knew where I could get LSD from my, I don't want to say his name, but anyway, because he's civilian, but, I'll never forget him. They were like, skateboarders. I was a skateboard chick and, hung out with skateboarders, people that were much older than me and everything like that. And I knew where I could get it, and I tried it and loved it. And then thereafter, and then I tried weed, and then I was like, oh, this is great. It's nice and relaxing. It was more my thing. Like, I was never into drinking heavily, when I was younger or anything like that. But the psychedelics and the weed was always interesting to me, and still to this day. I guess I just felt falling deeper into that. But
was it street weed, or was it actually medical, like marijuana, that you tried?
Well, I mean, back in the day when we first tried it. You were lucky if it didn't have seeds in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was in a small town in Pennsylvania. You got what you got. I remember when really Northern Lights or was it Black fucking Widow or some shit like that was coming around, and it was like, oh, look what we got. And I mean, we got good weed for where we were, to believe it or not, just because of the location of my hometown and how it's centrally located in Pennsylvania, and you got DC and Baltimore underneath it, and it was just a lot of good stuff went through there. But yeah, so that was our thing. And then then it was just basically for most of the time, it's just been pretty much psychedelics and weed.
So when you moved out here, I mean, obviously you were in Miami, and I think it wasn't legal there, right? I think medical, cannabis wasn't legal.
No, it wasn't quite legal there yet.
Right. And then,
so I went and I got my, what I did was I just went and got my ID and got everything set up in California and got my medical, in California.
Okay.
And keep it there.
Right. So, okay, what strands did you prefer? Obviously indica and sativa, but obviously CBD came out and whatever. So
kind of the different things that I look for. So now what I like to use it for is more I'm a really busy person. So sometimes I get a little ADD, I think.
Yeah, you do.
And I will jump subjects quick, and I'll forget what we just talked about, and I'll it's kind of, my head's just always going. So I probably I definitely favor the indica strains more, but I look at more of the terpenes now, because I'm looking for things that are I was smoking the wrong one, which had humulene.
No, what is that? Because the thing is, part of the reason why I don't smoke is because I do fall asleep regardless if it's sativa or indica. And so usually when I come here, I usually drive, and I don't, and so I prefer not to. The only time I would do it if it's a social setting and I know I'm not going anywhere, or if I used to have a medical card for migraines, which I actually do, but it's only due to the extreme. But smoke actually causes headaches for me. So mushrooms
actually help with migraines.
Yeah.
If you microdose them. It's and it really does actually help people with severe migraine issues.
Mm.
And when you microdose, it's not like you're
I think
sitting around tripping
part of my
balls or
migraines is
anything.
probably looking at the computer screen all day. That's pretty much what it
Yeah,
is.
big time.
So I try to at least take breaks and whatever, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but for weed anymore, I don't really look at strains particularly unless I find one which has all the terpenes in it that I really super want. And I just try to look for things that do not have humulene or very low content of humulene in, because that will suppress your appetite.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to do that. I'm always trying to, because when I get, again, my brain's always on go.
Mm-hmm.
So I can turn off my hunger. I can like a switch. And it's like, then I'll turn around and it's like 9 o'clock at night. And I'm like, fuck, I haven't eaten all day.
Right.
And with a high metabolism, man, I'm just going to burn through those calories and I get too skinny and I hate it. So for me, it's about maintaining my weight, making sure I fall asleep and stay asleep, and be able to just kind of relax, and kind of slow me down a little bit. So
Right.
so I can focus a little bit better.
Right. No, I know. I mean, you dab more than really kind of smoking, or what's the difference between dabbing and like, is it more concentrated, is more focused, or how, especially like tinctures and stuff like that. What
I kind of need to dabble with all of it. It just really kind of depends on like, all right, what am I trying to do? How quickly do I want it? And stuff like that. So for at night, I prefer edibles or like a Rick Simpson oil or something like that, which is a full spectrum. I just sleep better. It's just really going to put me out. And I do make really good edibles. It's just really,
Oh, so you make your own?
Yeah, I have made my own. Yeah, like the recent zucchini bread, I've made my own. So just be careful.
And this is the reason why I don't eat her food.
Is that really why? I cook all the time. This motherfucker never eats with me.
No.
Jerk.
Because I think you're going to spike my
I would
fucking
never.
food.
That's one thing I'm totally never fucking do that to your friends. Like, never spike them with drugs. Like, why would you fucking do that? All you're going to do is like scare the shit out of
Well,
somebody.
did you hear? Did like the comedian Bert Kreischer and Ari Shaffir? Ari Shaffir gave him, I think, ecstasy or Molly, whatever.
Oh gosh, I haven't seen it.
And yeah, Bert was so mad at him for a long time.
But yeah, just don't spike people. Like,
no,
that's crazy.
it's not.
I would never do that to you.
It's not cool, but I still don't trust you.
Okay, whatever. I would never do that to you.
Because
anyway,
you took my dog. That's why I don't trust you.
The dog wanted to stay here.
No.
Yeah. Look. Shh. He's my dog now. No longer yours.
This is gonna be an ongoing theme for a very long time.
You wish he was still your dog. So anyway, I like the edibles at night because it just kind of like really helps me sleep, and it kind of makes me really hungry in the morning. So I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna have that appetite. I'm gonna eat a little bit of something and then go work out and whatever. Because sometimes I have the bad habit of getting on my phone and start working right away, and then all of a sudden it's like go time.
Right.
Dabbing is just kind of like, I don't know. It's just like, it's quick, it's easy, it's fast, boom, dang, and it's like just straight to the face. So it's like, we're okay, we're ready to go. But actually, I really do still enjoy that blunt or that joint because, again, it's the full spectrum, and I find that it really makes my appetite the best.
Okay. What about like vapes? Or
I don't
like,
do vapes.
Like why is
they don't
that?
do shit for me.
No.
No, I'm just not into them. It's just, I don't know. It's just not my thing.
Okay.
I mean, some people really love them and they stand right by them. It's just not my thing.
Mm-hmm. No, so you don't look at. So what about like a specific name strain like that you actually usually get?
I don't really look at strains too much. And plus, people, like, because of the cannabis show and stuff like that, I've been able to try so many strains.
Right.
That I have a whole box of strains out there.
You do.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, oh, I haven't even tried this one yet. Let me try the forbidden fruit, or let me try, I love Blue Dream. Skittles makes a great strain. There's just all these different. West Khalifa. I went through a West Khalifa, OG Kush. I mean, we can go old school Sunday drivers, and I don't know. I just like them. I like them all. I really do. And I love growing it. It's like one of my favorite plants to grow. It's just so interesting. It's just a really wonderful plant to grow because it it tells you what it needs. You can watch it grow, and if it has male, you can literally tell the difference. And if it's thirsty, it will tell you. It grows away from the tree because it doesn't want to be like shaded, and just I don't know. And it's so strong and so sturdy, and it has so many uses to it. I don't know. It's just one of my favorite plants.
Okay, all right, cool. Did you get any questions from social media for podcasts?
I don't know. I have mail though.
Yeah, we do have mail. I remember we did get one. Someone emailed. Which is your most favorite or satisfying, or what scene that you're most proud of that you've done so far?
Well, I think what I'm becoming more and more proud of is the scenes in which I have thought it all up. So like Unbound for Digital Playground, The Voyeur Next Door for Browsers, To Be Seen and Not Heard for Pure Taboo, my all-girls showcase, which I was able to have full control of from start to finish. Anything that like you can actually, I think personally for me, because it's my imagination and you think about it here and you're playing this all in your mind, and then I'm putting I'm matching the character with actual human being. It's just so fucking cool. So
is there
those scenes. I don't really have one particular scene that I had that I'm like, oh, this one stands out. I would say the things I'm most proud of are the scenes that I've worked on.
Okay. So for example, Unbound, you wrote and directed that. Is that correct, or what?
Well, I would say I probably co-directed that with Charles Lightfoot.
Okay. And then, so that was something that you thought of. I think you're a librarian. What was that? What was the story about?
Well, actually, yeah. So what I just took, it's funny because I don't really watch that much. I don't really watch TV, and I rarely watch movies. But there's a few favorite movies of mine, and I just kind of took different parts of those different movies and kind of fit it together and make it into more in a story that kind of makes sense. But I'm just an ordinary secretary, mundane life. We're in this, wear the same thing every day, and you buy the groceries, walk by the same people. You're single, whatever, and all of a sudden she's walking, down the same street, and all of a sudden she sees this bookstore that she's never seen before. She's like, "What? What's going on? This is odd. Never seen this before." So she walks in, she's strolling through. She sees this book. She pulls it out. It intrigues her. The bookstore owner, knowing what she's doing, which was played by Nina Hartley, basically, I'm trying not to tell the whole story because it'll take forever.
No, but it's a good way to explain how your thought process and
so basically the story. It's like the psychological, like when it kind of works like if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it twice and show you, right? So basically, oh, that book's not for you. So me being the, mundane secretary, like, oh, well, I'm going to do something crazy today, and I'm going to take this book with me, right? It's a little different, not as ordinary. Same with this bookstore. And she takes the book, and this book's magical, and so it's about, your dreams, your wishes, your desires and stuff like that, and what you would like to have happen to you or what you would like to see. And so the first scene was, more like we always see like kind of like the men cucked a little bit, where it's kind of like the sex is in front of them and they're taunting. I thought that would be really hot for that main character that would be her opening scene, is that she would be tied and sat there and watched her neighbors, fuck. Yeah. And Carmen and Small Hands did a phenomenal job at it. And I thought that was, like, oh, I bet, she dreamt that, because so in the scene she opens up the book and it's like the first chapter and it's all about the dream, and she falls asleep and this is supposedly her dream, and she wakes up and she's like, oh shit, and and stuff like that, and then she goes into work, and then it's into scene 2 with Mr. Manuel. And I thought that would be really hot to have, because she's so mundane and it's
ordinary.
Ordinary, to maybe she has this secret kinky desire to have, to be dominated a little bit. So I thought he would be a perfect person to play that character and dominate her in a sense. He's really good at what he does, and he makes it sexy and fun, and it's not hard. It's like, it was a really beautiful scene. It's one of my favorites. And then desire, the desire to be wanted. Like, what woman doesn't want to be wanted in a sense, or person, really, even men, to be wanted, and not just be wanted by, just the opposite sex, but also be wanted by the same sex. So that's where we go into where she's supposed to go to this party for her boss or whatever like that, and which goes into her third scene. And here it's Nina Hartley that's actually picking her up in the, we couldn't call it Uber, but like her Uber for the night.
Sure, right. Ride share,
whatever.
Yeah.
She gets in the back. She opens the book because it's going to be a long ride, and then she goes into desire, and she ends up at this this club environment, and and Joanna Angel approaches her, and brings her in,
right.
And there's another woman, and there's two men, and we have an orgy. Because then it's all about the desire and pleasuring her and each other, and
right.
get her just finally letting loose of all her fears and really just really being a woman.
So in that orgy, it was what Izzy Lush?
Scott,
No, it wasn't Izzy.
Oh, you're gonna fuck! She's gonna kill me. Her face is in my head.
Oh,
don't do that to me.
I'm sorry. Well, yeah. I mean, if you remember it, but okay. If you don't remember it, it's fine. Because you done.
Ricky Johnson, Scott Nails, Joanna Angel, and
I thought Izzy was it. Was Izzy
no.
with them?
Oh, Izzy was in it. Yes,
yes,
she was in it, and another. There's another girl, another woman.
If we.
And I see her face in my head.
Research Unbound by Alexis. Oh, probably. Well, you have your phone with you. You can pull it up. So, but I mean, that was a. I mean, you actually like features because it features. I mean, obviously, it expands your acting ability. Is that correct?
I like features because it's fucking fun to pretend and you're another character and you get into it. And I didn't even realize how much I really liked acting until my very first gig doing the whole acting thing with for Preacher's Daughter.
Okay.
And I got to work across from Xander, and I think he's such a great artist, and he's such a good actor. And I think it was him that just totally said, "Hey, just relax. Just remember, it's just conversation between two people."
Right.
And every time he said that, it just kind of started to click for me. I was trying so hard to memorize the lines versus it's a fucking conversation.
Right.
And so you're not listening to the other person. If you just listen to the other person, then you know how to respond or how that character will respond. And I love playing. I love being able to play a character and really just letting loose in those emotions regardless. And that's what when I did To Be Seen and Not Heard, and just being that complete lunatic in the psych ward.
Right. So I know that one's more.
And that's almost being two people in one. It was
right.
Really
but
insane.
I mean, that was kind of, it was actually close. That story was more personal to you. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, I'm looking this up.
No, that's fine. So Seen Not Heard was shot by Pure. Is that Pure Taboo, or is it for? Yeah, I think it was Pure, right? Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm looking the thing up. You have me on this now.
That's okay.
I'm now I can't find all the names. Judy Jolie.
Oh,
God,
yes.
I can see her face right there.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
No,
oh my God. It was what is
You've
it?
You've done over
She has very
700 plus scenes. I mean, come on. You probably don't remember.
Can't remember everybody. I will tell you that.
Exactly.
Sorry,
but
I'm human.
Yeah.
And I'm older. No, I'm just kidding. And I smoke weed. And I smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah. But Seen Not Heard was more actually a personal.
Yeah, it was just
right?
just a personal type of aspect that I just kind of wrote, and that was really cool to see. It was creepy as fuck and stuff like that. It was really neat. But it was just playing. I really love it. I really like playing characters. I really like creating that dialogue and seeing how things transpire. And I have so many fucking ideas, and that's why I'm just very creative when it comes to that. Like I can just sit down and I can spew idea after idea.
Right. But I mean, the unfortunate part of features is very long days.
Yeah, but you know that you're going into it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can't go into a feature like, you know, having something else to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might, because there's a lot of things. There's other casts. There's, you know, does your partner know the lines as well as you do? Because if they just got their script, you might be there a little longer than you expected. Right. Or let's say somebody runs late. I mean, fuck, LA traffic, shit happens.
Yes.
But like you got to know, like when you go into a feature, it could be very long. That's why I always ask and stuff like that. And if I know it's going to be a long day and it's a night scene, then I have my coffee later in the day because my ass loves going to bed like by 8 p.m. or 9.
Right.
I've been doing better.
And this is the reason why she doesn't. Just imagine if you try to do feature dancing.
No, I don't do feature dancing, and there's a couple reasons why. One, I don't like to be up that late.
Yeah.
Because I automatically get up with the sun. Like, I'm up sometimes at 4, sometimes I'm up at 5, but most of the time I'm up by 6:30. That's usually my time. So if I'm feature dancing and I get out of the fucking club at 2, 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, I'm only going to get about 2 hours of sleep, and I'm not going to be able to function well. I don't function well with no sleep. I don't eat well. Nothing goes well for me. So, yeah, sleep is really important to me. I need it for all this energy that was going on to stay on top of shit. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, so I just find out, and if I got to have a coffee a little later, and then we have a coffee and get through it, and you know, I know what it is. I know what the thing is, but I won't feature dance also because I can't stand the smell of cigarettes and booze and being in that environment. Mm-hmm. It's just not my environment. I used to go clubbing. I used to participate in all that shit too. You know what I mean? Like the booze and smoking and all that stuff. So it's hey, do you? It's no judgment on you. I just personally don't like it anymore. So I just remove myself from the situation.
Right.
But y'all can party off if you fucking want. I don't care. No judgment. Like that's just how I look at things. Like just because I don't enjoy it doesn't mean someone else can't. Go enjoy your fucking ass. Please do it. Have it fun. But I just don't. I don't enjoy it.
Okay.
It's just not for me.
Okay, cool. So let's go over some fan mail.
Okay.
And let's see here. What do we have?
By the way, that was probably one of the best orgies I've ever been into.
Cool. All right. Okay, so if
are you picking these today?
Yeah, we can go over some of them. This is open already. So if you want to send fan mail to Alexis Fawx or Fawx, it's 9850 South Maryland Parkway, Suite A5. Box 552, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89123. So this is, we got quite a few. So let's go. This is from Syracuse, New York.
All right. New York, open the place.
I'll open this. Oh, this is also from New York.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and I signed them all and went out like the very next day. So
yeah. This is Valhalla, New York.
Oh, I remember the scene. So this was a squirting scene with Adriana Chekchek and Charles Dara and Kieran.
I just saw Dara yesterday.
Oh, my God. I have a really funny story.
Yeah.
Or a disgusting story with this.
Do tell. if you want to put it on podcast. And
that's going to have to come to a later date. I don't know if I'm ready yet. But there is, just know, people just know there's a story to this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, not to this picture, but this scene. Okay. Human bodies are interesting, I'll just tell you that.
Yes.
They do weird shit.
Yes.
Literally.
Okay, go ahead and read yours. What are you looking?
I want to see.
This is not, don't cheat. No cheating.
Oh, my God. Dear Mrs. Fawx. Oh, I'm married in this one.
You're married. Wow.
I'm married in this one. My name is Bloop. I'm a huge fan of you and your work. In my opinion, you are definitely the best in your industry of what you do. I hope this is not too much to ask, but I was wondering if I could have your autograph and have it personalized. It would be such an amazing honor. if you could. If not, I completely understand. One last thing. Thank you for becoming an adult film star to begin with. It has been such an amazing honor to have seen your work on the screen. Thank you again. Of course, I'll sign it. Of course, I will, sir.
I'm gonna read.
Okay, the writing.
Okay.
Please show that.
Oh my God, no! Because it has their name.
Okay.
So, dear Alexis, I am a big fan. You are so hot. Congrats on MILF Performer of the Year award.
Aw.
I had a lot of free time to watch you during quarantine, laughing out loud. Anyway, best of luck in life. Wish you good vibes and much success.
Oh.
So, even though the handwriting looks like
questionable.
So here we go. The nice little.
Oh.
It's actually close. Your blonde face.
Yeah, that was pre-lipped, you can tell.
Yeah.
There's a picture behind it actually too.
No.
And so that scene with the yellow shirt on was with Kieran Lee and Small Hands. I think it was my first Brasser scene.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it was. I do, and I remember because.
Is this from the same scene?
No, that was from my blow. No, that was from Throated.
Oh.
Quasar filmed that.
Okay.
Wow. Talk about bringing it back with the pictures.
Yeah.
Give me another.
Okay. Here's another one. Go ahead and open that one.
There's two here.
Oh.
Right on.
I'll give you two. I'll open up the other one.
Okay.
Okay. So
All right. So this is from Tennessee.
Okay.
Tennessee. Have you ever been to Tennessee? I was when I was a kid.
I went to Nashville and Memphis.
Yeah? Do you like country music?
No.
Oh, why'd you go?
Because of work.
Oh.
My father was a restaurant delivery person. He would bring in shipments of Japanese products to Japanese restaurants.
Oh.
And so we
Oh,
would
wow,
go
this
to Nashville, go to Memphis, Texas, Arkansas, all that good stuff.
Okay. Wow, this is in cursive.
Ooh.
Ooh, we can't show this one.
Yeah, we can. It's
Oh,
on
we
Patreon.
can?
It's gotta be on Patreon. I'm not gonna post it on YouTube.
Oh. I can show nudity?
Yes. There's boobs.
There's boobs.
If you want to see boobs, go join our Patreon page.
Now, this was a Naughty America scene.
Okay.
I remember, yeah. Naughty America. I remember. Okay. Dear Alexis Fawx, I would like to say that I truly have enjoyed seeing
Can't read her cursive.
all right. I have enjoyed seeing you in the different things that you have done. I have enjoyed movies, MILF Mayhem 3, and all of the Triple X family. You are my favorite MILF. I do know after seeing anything with you in it, a cold shower has got to be taken. Ooh, you take a cold shower. Way to boost that immune system. Miss Fawx, if I may ask you for your help, please, I would very much like to get your autograph. No problem, sir. And maybe, I can't really read the next sentence. Any help you can give me will be truly appreciated. Blessings, stay safe, your friend. My friend.
Well,
Oh, look at this little smiley face.
Aww.
Thanks.
So this is another cursive which I cannot read.
I love handwritten letters.
This is actually a female.
Really? I'm a female.
This is actually from Tennessee, also from Gray.
Wow.
So I mean, there's some X-rated photos here.
Okay.
Do you want to give it a shot to read this?
Yeah, I'll go to shot.
It's like,
Oh, wow.
hello, Alexis. Let me begin by saying I love you. My hubby and I watch your videos all of the time. I guess this is so hard to read.
I love that it's handwritten, so thank you so much.
Right.
Okay. All the time. And love the way you fuck. I especially love the MILF and something work. And you are a goddess. Thank you. Thank you very much. See, Joe? I'm a goddess.
Okay, keep going.
We are also swingers. Ooh. We have a couple male friends, and we'll hook up with them. Oh, I love where this is going. Please tell me more, love. My hubby loves watching me get fucked, and I'm not sure. And then she asked me to autograph the photos and stuff like that. That's all I could get through. You got the pictures, though? They're right here.
Yeah. So.
Sorry. No, but that was really sweet. I love it when couples watch, actually. That's always, like, super awesome. It's always, like, the best.
Okay. There's another one.
Okay.
I think we got one more left.
Yeah?
Okay. This one's just an advertising one from our projector, the outdoor projector
Oh,
that we
really?
had. Yeah.
Oh, it's certainly finally getting cool. We can do movie night. I'll do movie night maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, someone sent me some cash.
Oh.
Hello. Just so you know where that money goes, baby.
All right, read the letter.
Wow, they took some vacation pics.
Of you? Did someone you had like paparazzi come follow you?
No, I think they took it off my Instagram.
Oh.
That's from Tulum in 2018.
Okay.
Clearly, I'm happy about wearing this robe.
It's like, what is this bitch?
Holly Randall.
Okay.
Oh, I love this is one of my favorite gowns I made.
Who's
Candy.
Candy?
Yeah.
You want to give her a shout out or?
Yeah, Candy Bee Collection. She makes all my gowns. Mm-hmm. This is from Miami. This is another browser, Sam. Check that out. Oh,
Okay.
Look at that. Oh, look at the cute little message. Hi, my name is... I am a huge fan of yours. Oh, and your work. Oh, don't... Really? It would make my day if you could. Please sign and return these photos to me. Okay, you got it, babe. Oh, I threw in a little money for you. Woo! Hell yeah, it's between my titties, baby. Between the titties. I'd always encourage, if you want to throw money at me, I'm going to put it in my tits. Or Joe might put it in.
Okay, this last one apparently doesn't have a note. So this is from Gran.
Wait, let me see this. Let me see this.
All right, here we go. Oh, there's one more, I think.
Another one hidden in there?
Yeah, there's another one. From your neck of woods, or X one.
Pennsylvania?
This from Park, Florida. Okay, what's...
Wow, there is nothing with this?
No note that says...
Texas!
Hey, if you get... let's see...
Oh, wow. Mama. Oh, I see the note.
Oh, there's the note. There it is.
You just have to dig through it, man. Oh. Please sign my photo personalized and with this inscription. Thank you for the creativity.
Let's read this.
Ram that cock in my pussy. It's going to explode. Oh, because it's his name. Oh, God, harder, baby. Yes. Alexis Fawx. Ram that cock in me.
Do you ever say that?
No. Am I personally? Yeah. Ram that cock. Yeah, I don't do that or reverse cowgirl.
Why don't you do reverse cowgirl?
I'm not doing... my personal life does not have any camera angles whatsoever. I'm like, man blanket me. Just so man ass and balls in the camera, it's okay.
So here's some of the other photos.
Oh, look, that's a popular one for last time. Everybody loves Fiji.
Yeah, I love Fiji.
Everybody loves Fiji.
This is from P-Perk, Florida?
Oh, my anal flick.
Yeah, you know,
Oh, pre-lips. Pre-lips.
okay.
All right. Here you go.
So, I heart your films, dearest Miss Fawx. My name is blank. I love you and I love watching your adult films. You are very talented and have a very lovely body. You get me so excited. I own all of your films on DVD and I love you in all of them. I've been a fan since 2010.
Wow.
I've been so thrilled and happy and feel special to have you please sign my beautiful photos. That makes my day and year. Take care, stay safe. I love you. Have an awesome day. Hugs and kisses. Your big fan.
Aw, what a nice note. Nice note.
Oh, I think we got one more. It's like...
Yeah, I'm so glad we're finally getting
Okay,
through
last
it.
one.
Okay, is this the last one?
Hopefully. If we find more.
South Carolina in the house. Whoop, whoop. Oh, my gosh.
So we're showing everyone that she does actually read her fan mail. And so that's why we're doing it on the podcast, just to let everyone know that.
It really is me.
But money is also appreciated.
Yeah.
You could also write a check to...
Oh, I'm so talented. I am such a talented broad.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's pretty great.
Nice.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
I'm just going to keep that on the side.
Okay,
I don't even know
let's-
if I'm allowed to show some of that.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, my God.
So neatly
Oh,
typed.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I was.
That looks painful. Ooh.
Send that one to Mom.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
That's the Christmas. That's the Christmas card.
Stuff in the stocking.
Just put you know what, the United States Postal Service need the money, so just put a stamp on it and just mail it out. Whoever opens it or whoever sees it, enjoy.
Enjoy. Merry Christmas. Okay, this one typed. All right. From wow, he included his phone number.
Oh, here we go.
Whoa.
Maybe we should call him up.
Whoa.
We should call him up on the podcast.
Hey, we're calling you up on live on a recorded High As Fawx podcast, and we just received your letter here, and we wanted to read it out loud.
Yeah. Let's. Why don't you read out the phone number and see how many calls you get.
Does anybody know this number? Oh, gee. And his email.
Okay. Well, we'll send him an email.
Let's send him a copy of this fucking podcast.
Yeah,
By the way, we read your letter.
Yeah.
Please forgive me for this intrusion.
It's okay.
I found your address and could not resist the opportunity to write and ask if it would be possible to get your autograph on the enclosed photos. Your autograph will be very much appreciated and will become a welcome addition to my collection. I wonder who else is there. I collect Playboy's, Penthouse, and other men's publications. I just recently started collecting the adult film stars and Playmates autographs. I found your contact information and wanted to write and let you know how much I enjoy your work in adult films and ask you for your autographs to add to my collection. Didn't he just say that in the last paragraph?
Yeah.
He did, right?
Yeah.
Did I just, was that just, is he a lawyer? Because that's what lawyers talk. They say the same
It
thing
could be a lawyer.
a million times different, or.
You know, and then, in the next episode, if we get next fan mail, we guess what they are.
Like what job?
Yeah,
they are.
what job they own, or like if they live.
This guy's either a therapist or a lawyer, because he said the same thing in two total different paragraphs. I greatly appreciate and value your valuable time and autograph. Most importantly, I appreciate the wonderful adult entertainment you've given to your fans. Thank you. Thank you. See, someone gets it. I will be looking out for your future endeavors. Oh,
Yeah,
buy my coffee.
Which is this
Buy my coffee then.
and this podcast.
Yeah.
Join our Patreon.
Woo! Read your letter. Please note, I'm a true collector of memorabilia. I do not buy and sell. I collect items like these photos, which wonderful people like you are kind enough to share. Sincerely, bloop, bloop, is his name.
This is really funny if that's his real name. My name is Bloop Bloop. It's a fart noise.
Where's his photo?
It's right here. All right. So let's that's actually an hour. And so
All
that's,
right.
yeah.
Hey, I do want to say, since I get these things all the time, Wake and Bake, this guy, the Wake and Bake Club sends me papers all the time, and actually sent me a cooking apron.
Ooh.
Really nice, though.
Okay.
Super nice. We'll have to do a show in the kitchen one day.
Yeah. So also, if you want to sponsor our show or send us products that you want us to review, yeah, Wake and Bake. So you can actually send it to also Alexis Fawx. Again, the address is 9. Sorry, I'm getting old.
How old are you?
I'm 107 years old.
This man still hasn't told me his birthday.
No, it's the fact you don't know it. I told you once and you don't remember. So you can send any products that you want us to review or to do a shout out. Send it to Alexis Fawx, 9850 South Maryland Parkway, Suite A5, Box 552, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89183.
Oh, and I just want to add, these are hemp papers, by the way.
Ooh.
So they're hemp. Yay. And these are cones. It's a really nice little package here. And I just want to say again, at the Wake and Bake Club. Very simple.
Cool.
So thanks, dude. Really appreciate it.
Cool. And then also you can follow us. I think we should have mentioned it in the beginning, but follow Alexis on Twitter.
Yep, you can follow me on Twitter at Alexis Fawx, FAWX. My Instagram is at Alexis Fawx Live. The show's Instagram is High As Fawx, and so is the Twitter.
Mm-hmm. For Twitter we actually have 2. I've discovered that. So we have High As Fawx Show and High As Fawx.
Really?
So I mean, you can follow either one of it. I think we're gonna post either one, but we decided to own both of them because we don't want anybody to take our names. So
okay.
Well, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully.
I think next time we're just going to get juicy. Let's get to your juicy details, Joe.
Well,
I'm
gonna have to run around the block so I can get some swamp ass. And some really juicy stories.
I want to know about the nights at the strip clubs and all your craziness, all your crazy clubbing nights.
Yeah, I'll tell you how
wild and crazy.
How wild and crazy my life is.
I know you're dying inside to tell us.
I'm already dead. So anyway, thanks for tuning in and
cheers to twinning.
Jesus Christ. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.